Good evening, Internet. Shroom here. Welcome to another installment of my pet deck series where I play my favorite cards and decks in Magic the Gathering. And there is no deck currently that is more petty than my Esper Banditry Control deck, which I played a few times on the channel. And I've been playing it a lot over the weekend. I've made a lot of changes for it in Dragonstorm Tarkir Standard. And I think it's quite well poised. What is Banditry Control? Let's take a look. So the concept of this deck is basically the same. Interact, make our opponent discard their cards with Duress and Binding Negotiation, as well as the Liliana of the Veil, Hostile Investigator. I'm now up to 5 Duress / Thoughtseize effects because everyone's playing tons of like stock ups. So you want to make sure that you yank those cards out of their hand before they can play them. We also now have 5 main board ways we can interact with up the beanstalk before it hits the table on turn 2, even if we are on the draw. Speaking of which, we're going to counter our opponent's stuff. That is interaction strategy number 2 with 3 steps ahead. Spell Pierce, Spell Gyre, and we're going to kill their stuff that hits the battlefield, slips through the cracks with Cut Down, Bitter Triumph, Anoint with Affliction, Get Lost, Exercise, Liliana. Seeker's Folly is sort of a combo sweeper for little things, and a Mind Rot. The End, and sweepers like Day of Judgment and Sunfall. The End is a piece that's important, I believe, in the 75. I'm running it in the main because I'm saving my sideboard space for more like specialized interaction. But I do think this card is really good, even in matchups where you wouldn't think it's good. Even against like a domain deck or something, exiling all of their green overlords or white overlords is often a very good thing to do. So I feel like this card is good as a main board inclusion. Then of course we need all the card draw to tie the room together, as it were. So we've got sort of a curve of card draw with Deduce into Stock Up, into Spell Gyre, into the newly added Marang River Regent. There's a couple of new additions from Tarkir. The Marang River Regent, for its Omen side, is just an instant speed, draw 3, discard 1. It's just a very good card draw piece. 4 mana, draw 3 cards, instant speed. It's quite nice, actually. And the fact that it doubles as a 6/7 flyer, I really highly value versatility in cards. And this card is both a card draw piece and a win con, so it seems like it's a really good fit for this deck. I also added from the new set Scavenger Regent, which, like the blue dragon, is a sweeper stapled to a dragon. So the sweeper is -X, and double black. I basically replaced a Day of Judgment for one of these, as in many situations this will be the equivalent, possibly lower mana cost, possibly higher as well. But it's a sweeper that's stapled to a 4/4 flyer that is costly to remove. Our opponents hopefully won't have that many cards in their hand to discard in order to try to kill this thing. And then we've just a little bit more threat dense than we used to be. We've got a Tishana's Tidebinder in the main board now, because this basically always has something that it can do, almost always. We still got our one of Unstoppable Slasher, just a great standalone threat that if it's not answered can just win the game on its own. We've got our Sheoldred, we've got our Aklazats, we've got our Liliana Dreadhorde General. We did lose one Planeswalker from the sideboard, but I think that our main board is now well enough stocked with threats that we don't need as many in the side to shore up our matchups. We're pretty good in the main. So yeah, that's the basic plan. We're more discardy than ever, we're more card draw-y than ever, and we have more threats. So the combination of these 3 factors, I think, makes this the best build of Banditry Control that I've tried so far. Total of 25 lands in the mana base. You know, I basically completely reworked the mana base. So there are many fewer tap lands now than there used to be. We're playing a lot more basic lands as well, which is great. We still managed to squeeze in the 2 demolition fields because it's necessary for a game like this. Since we are a long game type of deck, creature lands are going to become a factor. That's why we need to be able to deal with our opponents. And then we've got one of each of the Restless lands, 1 Restless Reef, 1 Restless Fortress, 1 Restless Anchorage. The sideboard contains 3 Authority of the Consuls against aggro, 1 Exercise against artifacts and enchantments, a couple of Rest in Peace for graveyards. Anoint with Affliction number 3 is against aggro, against Enduring Innocence. Liliana the Veil number 2 is good against control. Got a couple of Cease and Desist and an Urza's Silex. These cards are here for the domain matchup. Urza's Silex specifically is good against any type of ramp deck. So this is the thing that's popular now, and it's a very strong strategy. You just ramp a bunch, and you have a bunch of cards in your deck that are like huge bombs of mana value, like 6 and higher. And although, you know, we have a good number of answers for, you know, we got counterspells and like removal and whatnot, like those kinds of decks can still be problems for us because they're just so loaded with bombs that like all it takes is one to really slip through the cracks, and we can lose games that way. So I like the Silex as a sort of reset button. Just get rid of everything else, set everybody back to 6 lands on the battlefield. And in some situations, we can pay an extra 2 to tutor up a Planeswalker. But I think this will help us a lot in the ramp matchups, versus decks where our opponents are just loaded with huge threats. We've got Tishana's number 2. We've got Seeker's Folly number 2, which is both a sweeper against 1 toughness creatures, which is nice against token decks. And I just think Mind Rot effects are really good because, again, all the blue decks are playing 4 copies of Stock Up. A lot of the blue control decks are playing 4 copies of Marang River Regent for those draw 3 effects. So being able to yank multiple cards out of our opponent's hand with 1 card of our own, like 2 for 1 them, I think is important for a deck like this that is trying to keep our opponent low on resources. And we do have a second Day of Judgment in the sideboard as well, so we can board up to a total of like 3-ish sweepers, 2 Day of Judgment, 1 Sunfall, plus the Scavenger Regent, plus Seeker's Folly can be a sweeper for small stuff. I forgot to mention, as one of the discard pieces, of course, the Bandit's Talent, the 1-up Bandit's Talent in our main board. That is still there. You know, it still is something that we're seeking to do. It can be good in the right matchup, and that's where the deck gets its name from. We used to have a lot more of these, but we're down to 1 now. So that is the Tarkir Dragonstorm version of Standard Banditry Control. I've played a lot over the weekend, been doing pretty well. It's really fun. I love this deck. Gonna continue tweaking it until it's just right and gonna bring it to an RCQ, but that's not gonna be for a while. For now, let's just get in some reps and get in some practice. And if you like off-meta, off-kilter MTG content, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Visco Hydro Flask something or other. The Fervent will be our first opponent with our new improved Standard Banditry Control deck. Our mana base, I think, is what we've tuned the most, and it's much, much better than it's been before. We're going to be on the play. And I think we'll keep this. We've got removal. I wonder if our opponent might be an aggro deck, since they are Fervent and they've got their Tybalt avatar. Okay, maybe not. Alright, so we would like to draw some blue mana at some point. Opponent's also on Esper, possibly a bounce strategy? Let's find out. They spell pierce, okay. We miss our land drop again. That's very unfortunate. Entity tracker. Okay, they are on some form of bounce strategy. Looks like it's based around rooms, possibly. Jeez. I think we'll just kill this. Okay. Sooner or later, we'll draw some more lands. Alright, there's another land. I think I'll just cast Liliana. Plus...
Happy to help, but I'm taking the credit when we win.
I'm gonna discard Spell Pierce at this point. Sunpearl Kirin is just another white flash piece.
You chose the wrong day to cross me.
Alright. I'm gonna plus. Just get their last card.
Drop it.
And then I think I'll just kill this. Pay 3 life. Start ticking up Lily. Another Kieran. Here it is,
I'm tired
Sunfall.
of your secrets.
I can almost cast this dragon. I think I'll just kill this thing. Get lost. Pixie can take advantage of the tokens. They have Stormkeeper's talent on top of their deck. Wow. I'm really just never going to draw land in this game.
One of your friends has to leave.
Okay, I do find a land. Finally. I think I'm gonna play this dragon. No, I want to save that as a sweeper. I'll play Shieldred. Let's plus discard.
Drop it.
Deduce. They get back at this town.
Fine. I know when I'm not wanted.
Okay, still no land, eh? Now if I just cast Shieldred, they can just continuously loop this Storm Chaser's talent and they're this down. I wonder if I just play this dragon. I think I'll just play this dragon. So if they want to bounce it, they have to discard a card to target it. Okay, we find a land. So a little too late. Because again, they can just keep looping to this town. I think I actually just need to kill all these otters. I think I'll just pass. Storm Chaser's talent. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and Tishana's that activation. We can this town back our Tidebinder though and do that BS. I think we'll just pass. Alright, let's just draw some cards. Okay, we'll discard Fabled Passage. Okay, we've got land now. I think I'll just pass. Hopeless Nightmare, okay. Discard. I don't know. Slasher or Shelly? I guess Slasher. Block this otter because I have to pretty much. Yeah, and I just died to the Kieran. Well, we got ridiculously mana screwed that game. That shouldn't happen. Okay. We want Rest in Peace. We want Seeker's Folly, I think. Do we want Exercise? Probably. Tidebinder seems good. We don't need Sunfall. We don't need The End, I don't think. I don't think we want Bitter Triumph. I mean, Liliana honestly isn't great against them since they're like a token deck, basically. Actually, Cease Desist is good. It's kind of good against graveyard decks too. I'll bring in one. I really just don't like to get lost against them. And we'll cut Bandit's talent. Okay, we have lands. That's an improvement. Our hand isn't very good. No sideboard cards. Very expensive things. Is this a mulligan? I do get one Surveil. I think this is actually a mulligan. Yeah, this doesn't do enough against what they're doing. We need something early to do. That's much better. This will keep. And what to bottom? I think we'll bottom Shelly for now. Fabled Passage, sure. We'll keep land number 4. Alright, let's duress. Storm Chasers, Temporary Lockdown, Hopeless Nightmare, Overlord, Fear of Isolation. Their hand's very good. What do I want to take? I'd probably take Hopeless Nightmare, because they don't actually have blue mana at the moment. Overlord. Okay, they brick. Alright, let's deduce. Stock up. Just play an Unstoppable Slasher. Pixie. Gonna pick up the Overlord. Play it again. Take back a Fear of Isolation. Let's grab an island. Alright, more counterspells are good. Attack with our Slasher. Another Pixie, okay. I think this time I'll counter the Overlord. Let's counter draw. I'll discard a stock up. It's weird to be discarding stock up. Okay, opponent's turn to get color screwed. It's only fair. Yeah, I think we just run it back. And that's a one-lander. That's not keepable. That's also pretty bad. We do have Rest in Peace. Ugh. Deck, why are you doing this to me? I guess we're bottoming Spellgyre. We'll pass here. Pixie. Yeah. looks like we're taking the damage to do that. Let's go ahead and anoint. Sorry, I want to binding negotiation, not anoint. Take Storm Chaser's talents. Do you need to find land number 4? I don't find it. Alright, let's duress. Take this town. Can we find a land, please? No. So that's 8 damage. Alright, go down to 1. And we don't find land number 4, so wow. Okay. Jeez, not a good way to start off. Really, the deck has 25 lands, which, given the amount of card draw we have and, like, surveil lands and stuff, is enough. Like, there's definitely, you know, an argument for 26, but, yeah, that was, like, egregious mana trouble. We shouldn't have that happen too much. RD Bomb 1995 will be our next opponent. And our hand actually looks good. We'll keep. Tishana's. We can keep it Tishana's. Case of the Uneaten Feast. Okay, so they're gonna want to gain life is what they're doing. We could just get rid of this Uneaten Feast. I mean, seems like we should. Okay, opponent's like playing 70 cards or something for some reason. They have another case. Okay. Just play Slashy. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. Well, we do have a Tidebinder to stop that. So I think we'll just hold up our Tidebinder. Sheltered by ghosts. Okay. We'll actually stifle that, I think. Another Sheltered by Ghosts. Also gets stifled by Tishana? No, it doesn't. Alright, so I need like a sweeper. Let's stock up. Lands and Aklizots? Duress? We've already got a Duress in hand. I guess Aklizots is good. Play a land. We'll Duress. Zorleen, and a land. Okay. So I would love to draw land for Liliana. It's arguable I should have held up to Deuce. Ugh. No land. Alright, let's just play Aquazotz. Get lost, and we just lose. Wow. That sucks. Okay. So we want Tishana's number 2, Liliana number 2, Anoint with Affliction, and probably Day of Judgment. I think that's good. I don't think we need the end. I don't know if Seeker's Folly is good. I don't think we need Seeker's Folly. Probably don't need all 3 Duress. We'll cut one Spellgyre. Opponent drew double Feast, double Sheltered by Ghost last game. Pretty good. This hand doesn't really do anything. It has a Spell Pierce. Could maybe stock up if we draw another land. Stock up is good. I think we need a little more like creature interaction though. Yeah, I mean this hand isn't great, but we'll keep it. Bottom. Underground Sea. You don't need more land, really. Alright, Anoint with Affliction is acceptable. Case. Okay, so now we have our counter available if we want it. Another case. Okay. Triple case. Zorleen. We'll just exile it. Draw land. Just gonna attack with their fortress. Do I really care about this? I guess if I'm gonna kill it, I should have done this before the attack. Yeah, that was silly. Yeah. We're gonna take like 5 damage from this, which we should have only taken 3. So, that's too bad. Draw lands. Okay. Authority of the consoles. That doesn't really matter that much. Zorleen. Sure, we'll exile it. Day of Judgments. Essence Channeler. Sure. More lands, you say? Give me something good. Give me a Liliana. We don't need more lands. Thank you very much. Alright, we're just gonna kill this Essence Channeler. More 3 steps ahead. Alright, let's start attacking. Because now we can attack with our fortress and hold up a counter still. Aclazotz. Let's play Aclazotz. Life Creed Duo. I think we'll actually just counter this. Split up. We'll temporarily deal with Aclazotz. We draw more lands. Get back Aclazotz. Alright, let's counter draw. We'll discard Darkslick Shores. Let's make you discard your last card. We'll start drawing cards with Aclazotz. Alright, we're drawing cards that don't really do anything. Sheltered by Ghosts. That's a good one. Zorleen has a good selection of stuff to bring back. All right, so yeah, they're going off. You need something. Spellgyre. Well, we're gonna die if we don't find something. Like Sunfall is really what we need here. We only have one. Day of Judgment. They just get to recast their creatures a bunch. I probably should have brought in Rest in Peace. Do we want this Unstoppable Slasher? We get Aclazotz back too. I think we're gonna say no to the Slasher. Okay. We find another sweeper for next turn, so that's good. We get back Eklazats. There's Zorleen. Essence Channeler. Live Creed Duo. Grab our last basic. Demolition Field. Okay, let's attack with Eklazats. We get to draw a card. Cut down. So let's X equals 5. They can crack another case and just get everything back next turn. But I should be able to cut down the Essence Channeler. Zorleen. There's the Essence Channeler. We can cut it down. Wow. Okay, let's duress you. Get back. Eklazats. Well, we didn't bring in our Graveyard Hate, which was a mistake. We knew they were playing Case of the Uneaten Feast. Alright, they're out of cases now. And we've played both our Day of Judgments. So we have our Dragon, we have a Sunfall. Sunfall would be ideal. Kind of need to draw it soon. And they can just keep pulling the feast with Zorleen as well. Well, we're not drawing anything, so that's gonna make it tough. I think we attack. Yeah, we gotta try to find something. Liliana. That doesn't really do anything. I mean, maybe it will make them attack Liliana and not us. Most likely not, but we'll see.
A fight? And you think you can win?
They just sacked the Life Creed duo, no doubt.
Off you go.
Sheltered by ghosts. Alright, might as well spell pierce it. Really good running for our opponent too. Getting 3 Case of the Uneaten Feast plus Zorleen. I mean, they just like, they had it all. Okay, so I've got like a couple of top decks that are good. This case is already solved. Can I get Sunfall, please? There's Sunfall. Plus... Okay, we got Sunfall. We'll go for Tishana's also, because I can stifle the Uneaten Feast. Sunfall. We will pass. Where are we? Okay, we're passing. Okay. Let's activate our incubate token. Hostile investigator. I think we'll start attacking with our Restless Anchorage. Okay, we got our dragon back. I think we will... Let's explore on Aklazat. Anoint with Affliction? Yeah, we'll keep that on top. And we'll just play another beefy attacker. We'll pass. We don't want to discard anything. Fountain Port, sure. We actually could Demolition Field that, and we should. We'll just do that now. We're actually out of basics, but that's okay. That looks like a good thing to just Tishana's. What? How did that not get stifled? How did that not get stifled? How are they still able to activate that? Counter up to one target activated or triggered ability. Oh, it doesn't do anything to enchantments, that's why.
With friends.
Okay. That is the one downside of Tishana's. Alright. Let's just fire it all up here. And I guess we'll just play another big dragon. Do some more exploration on Aklazoth. We got all of our creature lands online. Alright, they're just drawing a handful of cards here. Liliana. Let's deduce. Binding negotiation. Alright, let's fire up all our creature lands. I think just these, actually. That's fine. Everyone attack. Oh, I don't know if I should be milling them with their cases. Alright, they're down to 3. So I guess we'll binding negotiation. Take sheltered by ghosts. We will explore on a bat. Marang River Regent, we'll leave that on top. Another case. Okay, we barely squeaked it out. Just barely squeaked it out. Okay, so we want rest in peace. We want cease desist. Maybe we'll add an exercise as well and a duress. Maybe Sorcerer's Spyglass also. Okay, so now let's just cut the Lilianas. Those were very worthless in that game. We don't need the Spyglass. Tishanas can't shut down enchantments, so that means that they are nowhere near as good as they should be. They still can hit Fountain Ports, but I think actually I'll bring back in the Sorcerer's Spyglass for that. Nah, we don't need it. 2 more cuts. Maybe Bitter Triumph? I don't know. Just run... maybe Cut Down? Alright, I like discard, Spell Pierce, and Duress. So we'll keep. There's a bat. Channeler, okay. Let's... Undercity Sewers. Get Lost seems good. Zorleen. That's a lot of damage. Backstreets. Liliana Dreadhorde General. A little too expensive for now. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 we're gonna take next turn. I can Get Lost something. I probably have to Get Lost the Essence Channeler. Ten, 11, 12, 13, that's actually lethal, so yeah, we have to do this. We still take 11. Alright, our opponent has some pretty good draws this match. It's looking a little grim. We're certainly not out of it yet. Okay, Sunfall's gonna be good. Let's Duress. Split up. They have all these creature lands. Okay. They have 3 Fountain Ports and a Restless Fortress. Okay. I guess we'll just cease desist. Get rid of Zorleen plus Essence Channeler. Bandit's Talents. Sunfall. attack with their fortress. Wow. Okay. Well, 0-2. I mean, I feel like our opponent got some godly draws that match. Godly draws. GG's. Murashu will be our next opponent. And this hand gives us access to white and blue mana. Not black mana. We're on the draw, and there's a lot of lands that turn on these lands. And if we do get them turned on, our hand's very good. We're going to keep. We can't mulligan for fear of color screw. Okay. Now we're at the point where we really do need to draw something. Which we don't. Awesome. We're at the phase of discarding. What do we discard? Aclazotz? Sure. Skrell's Hive. Can we get a land, please? Simulacrum Synthesizer. Okay. Well, we're gonna have a hard time beating that. Double top scry. No attack from the mites. I think we'll duress. Perilous Snare Ugin. We gotta take Ugin, because that card is ridiculously busted. Is this when you cast whenever another artifact enters? Okay. I can actually crack this clue now so they have no target for their Perilous Snare. I think it's okay though. If they want to target it, we can just sweep. United Battlefront. I think we'll counter that. Okay, let's duress. Take Elspeth. Maybe we crack the clue. Try to find a better land. No. Lumbering World Wagon. Alright, let's... Day of Judgments? Perilous Snare just creates a dude. I think we'll Liliana. Oh, this thing can't tap for black right now, can it? Yeah, the way it tapped screwed us over. No, I guess it had to tap that way.
Shadows like
I was thinking we could anoint with affliction. This is only a 3-drop. Either that or like this big token. But we cannot do that because we don't have the right mana. Make you discard your Perilous Snare.
You won't be outsmarting me.
And they just attack and we die. Okay, boy. The magic gods are not with us tonight, it's true. Okay, so we want to exercise. We want Tishana's for sure. We want cease and desist, at least one. I think we want anoint with affliction, sorcerer's spyglass. Okay, let's cut the end. Let's cut a spell gyre. We want to do stuff early. I think we'll cut the spell gyres, cut bandit's talents. We'll cut bitter triumph. No, that can kill a planeswalker, and they are running planeswalkers. I think I like it better than get lost. We did end up cutting one spell that can kill planeswalkers. We just need to make sure they don't resolve. Alright, Tishana's is going to be good, and this removal will be good too, so I think we'll keep. Okay. I mean, cheap removal's good. I'm gonna play this Darkslick Shores. We again don't have a land to turn on our white mana. Okay, we're gonna Tishana's the Strel's Hive. Another Skrell's Hive. Sunfall. Duress is good. Alright, let's Duress. Day of Judgment, Ugin, Elspeth. Boy. It's all pretty good. Ugin... I guess Elspeth is one they can cast, but we can actually just kill it.
The people of this world.
Sure.
Evil falls to its death.
Hostile Investigator. Okay. Let's find my black dragon. They have another Elspeth.
There's a right. Your reckoning
Exercise. Well, they're gonna create 4 more tokens off of Elspeth. We can sunfall away these tokens. They're gonna get 4, like at least 4 more tokens. I don't know, I think we're dead. They didn't even... Oh, they all have summoning sickness. So, are we just dead? 4, 5, 6. We're at 6 poison counters. They have 4 mites. +1/+1 counter. Yeah, I actually can't stop them from just... I guess I have a clue. We don't want Liliana. So if we can't kill Elspeth, we're dead. Okay, so they can just 0 Elspeth to give all those mites flying and we die. Wow. Wow. J. Toms, the standard bearer, will be our next opponent. Sure, we'll try this out. That Bolas Swift Spear. Annoyance Affliction is good. There's the Corey Steel Cutter. Alright, let's kill this. We don't have a counterspell up because this isn't producing blue mana. Opt. Storm Chaser's talent. Gives them a free monk. Monstrous Rage. No. Okay, let's deduce. We draw another land that doesn't activate our verges. I think we will play a Hostile Investigator though. Another talent. Well, we'll block this otter. Monstrous Rage. Alright, so we need like a sweeper here. Which we don't find. So I guess we need to kill the otters. How did that survive as a 0/0? How is that token alive? How is that token alive? It's a 0/0. Okay, it's just on the battlefield for some reason. I've never seen that before. That is so weird. Okay, I think we need to do this. Monstrous Rage. And I guess do this. I wonder, is this like counting towards their creature count, or why is this here? Monstrous Rage. Awesome. Okay, so Authority of the Consuls, Anoint with Affliction, Day of Judgments. Seeker's Folly. Liliana's bad because they go so wide. Spellgyre we can lose because it's very slow. Get Lost is just very bad against aggro decks. We don't need the End. We don't want Bandit's Talent, or Bitter Triumph, actually. Or Bandit's Talent, really. I think we're good like this. Well, that's a mulligan. That's a hand of cards. I think it's really just too slow, though. Day of Judgment on the play is okay. Is this better than a random hand of 5 cards? Yeah, I don't know. I don't trust my luck to be able to get a better hand than this tonight. So let's bottom Lily. Let's draw some good stuff against them. Deduce can help us find something. I wonder if I need to be like mulliganing for Authority of the Consuls. Okay, they didn't have a turn 1 play. That's good. No turn 2 play either. Hostile Investigator. Slick Shot. Sleight of hand, okay. Kill the Slick Shot. Shieldred, which we can't cast because we don't have double black. Well, let's go with Hostile. They stock up. Can we find black source number 2, please? No. Can we find anything useful? We're just gonna pass. Slick shot. Monstrous Rage. Oh, no Monstrous Rage? Let's hold back. I think I'll just play Aclazotz. Stock up again. Gonna bounce Aclazotz. Monstrous Rage. I'm gonna take 11 damage here, probably. Oh no, only 7. Okay. Tishana's. I think we just anoint this Slick Shot. And pass. Do we play this dragon? It costs us a life to do. No, we want to hold up Tishana's. Stock up number 3. Swift Spear. Storm Chaser's talent. Okay. I think we're saving our Tidebinder for the Quarry Steel Cutter. Yeah, we'll block. Monstrous Rage. So, is this going to put them out of reach? No, it's going to be a 5/4. Okay, yeah, so we actually do need to Tidebind their trigger, their prowess trigger. Okay, let's go get a swamp so we don't have to ping ourselves for black mana. And we'll cast Aclazotz. Gonna get back something. Opponents. No, opponent timed out, so I'm not sure what's up with that. I mean, we certainly had a chance to win there. It was by no means definite. Lance T, the standard bearer, will be our next opponent. Yeah, this hand looks fine. We'll keep. We're on the draw. Day of Judgment I like. We will need white mana. Deck. Binding Negotiation is good. Slasher's good. Alright, let us surveil. Duress. How good is Duress gonna be against Forest turn 1? It might be good. We'll keep it. Seed of a Hope. Okay, there are some kind of Golgari... A graveyard deck by the looks, maybe? Collector's Vault. Definitely a graveyard deck. Okay, we will Duress. Live or die. Trying to find a creature from graveyard, destroy target creature. So they are a reanimator deck. I think we'll take Liliana. Man, where are Spell Pierces? Spell Pierce is supposed to help us stop from stuff like turn to Collector's Vault. Okay. Binding Negotiation. We'll take the Broodheart Engine. They have a Valgavoth in their graveyard now. Okay, Spell Pierce is good there. Thank you, deck, for giving us something. Alright, let's play a Slasher. Overdured. Alright, we need a counter or a discard effect. Pronto. The end. Which we don't, of course, don't have mana for. I also don't know what I would grab off Demolition Field, because we need double white and double black. Okay. I think we'll draw 3, discard 1. Okay, they tear asunder. What do I discard here? This is all good. Probably the end. We draw another Demolition Field. They've got a graveyard full of goodies. Alright, let us get rid of this overlord. Stock up. I think I want to just play Shieldred. Counter target creature spell. Okay. That's a good card. I like that. Fangkeeper's Familiar. This collector's vault that they've had from the very beginning of the game is just gonna win them the game. Another engine. I mean, that doesn't really... I guess I'll spell pierce it because... No, that's fine. You can have it. We can't stop them from activating the engine. I don't know. Perhaps I should have spell pierced that in the hopes that I can draw Tinasha's for the other one. Let's stock up. Sunfall plus Liliana Dreadhorde General might be good. This can only be activated as a sorcery. Okay, let's Sunfall. Tear asunder my token, sure. Then we get back Vaultborn Tyrants. Overlord. Gets back Liliana. Okay, let's Sunfall this away. They get a token, they get to draw a card. We can exile the token. What? Oh, it's still considered CMC 7? Are you serious? Wow. The token retains the mana value of the original creature. That's pretty messed up. Liliana, sure.
Something suspicious is going on. And for once, it's not my... Drop it.
They have a Restless Reef. Okay, so I can play Liliana. I can make them sack their thing, but then we still just die to the Restless Reef. Do I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Okay, actually, maybe I can do this. We're still like very, very sure to lose this, but this is a play I can make. We'll get, I guess it doesn't really matter that much, a swamp, play the Dreadhorde General,
Your course
Mickey sack.
Excellent minion. This is more enjoyable than slaying demons. I'm tired of your secrets.
Well, if they have a reanimation spell, we're pretty much toast. If they don't, it's just another collector's vault. Okay. Maybe we actually have a chance. We'll see. We just draw land. That doesn't help. Let's make a zombie. Let's attack Liliana.
Effective tool. You're gonna regret that.
Do some exploration. We draw land. Zombify. Go for the throat. We draw a card.
You get used to the smell.
We just draw a land.
You won't be outsmarting me.
Deduce. What could we draw that would help us here? I guess we can attack Lily. Is that even worth doing? I mean, I guess.
You couldn't be more annoying.
Make a zombie.
My past.
Let's explore.
Give me strength.
Spellgyre? We don't need Spellgyre. So if Lily goes down, we're dead. Cash grab. I suppose we could have just last turn, they have double Collector's Vault. We could have not made that attack last turn and saved Restless Anchorage for a double block. Valgavoth's Faithful, yep. They don't have enough mana to activate it right now. They have a Restless Cottage. Okay, they cash in their Lily to kill our zombie. We do get to draw a card.
Yours will be a fate worse than undeath.
We just draw a land, and I think we're toast now. Yep. We're just dead. Okay. We have good cards after sideboarding. Exercise, Rest in Peace, Cease and Desist, Tishana's. Do we want Urza's Silex? That could be good too. And Sorceress Spyglass. We don't want Lily. We might end up naming Lily with that. We don't want Bandit's Talent. Cut Down doesn't really do anything. Anoint Affliction isn't great either. It can target Valgavoth's Faithful. That's about it. Yeah, I'm gonna cut the Anoints. I cut Hostile Investigator. Blind Discard in general is a little sketchy against them. Unless I have a Rest in Peace. I guess I'll cut Seeker's Folly and a Deduce. Is this keepable? We have good cards. We need land number 3. We have turn 1 Duress. I'm gonna keep it. Maybe we'll get a little lucky this time. Duress. Terrasunder, Zombify, Broodhearts. Let's take Broodheart Engine. We're gonna fetch a blue source. Okay, we define land number 3. I think we'll stock up here. Cease and Desist plus land? Lily plus land? Yeah, I think I like Lily plus a Restless Fortress. Oh, I should have taken Cease and Desist. I forget that it has the graveyard mode. Kiora. Yeah, that was seriously dumb to not take Cease and Desist. Ugh. It has the graveyard hate mode. Discarding double Terrasunder. Okay. Duress. We'll probably just counter that. Another Duress. Takes Exercise. Okay. Think Darkslick Shores. They don't even have anything in their graveyard to reanimate. He'll draw some cards. Binding Negotiation plus Spellgyre? Yeah, that's pretty good. Stock up. Let's stock up. Rest in peace. And a land. Another land. I think we want another land. Let's... Binding Negotiation. Liliana zombify Fangkeeper's Familiar. I think we'll just take the Fangkeeper's Familiar. Okay. Let us rest in peace. We'll pass. We draw planes. Okay, let's Lily. Make a zombie.
The undead make great people. You've reached an undead end.
Lily of the Veil.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate when people touch my
Makes
things.
us lose our zombie. We draw a card.
Sacrifices must be made.
You'll pay for that.
Why didn't I draw a card? Oh, because there's... Wait, whenever a rescue creature dies, draw a card. Why didn't I draw a card for that? Alright, we'll just attack Lily.
Sorry, I'm not interested in
Make a
dying
zombie.
today. No way but my way.
Cash grab. Does nothing, right? Oh, they still get it, huh? High noon? I don't think I really care about that. They can't generate red mana. Alright, let's block. Why aren't we drawing cards off this? If a card or token be put into the graveyard, it's just getting exiled straight away? Is that why? I don't get it. Alright.
Necromancy is not like plucking turnips.
I could have Tishana'd that duress. Okay. Sure. They scoop. Okay, let's do something like that again. Okay, our hand is good. So we're gonna keep. We don't need more land though. Broodheart's Engine. Alright, let's Sorceress Spyglass. Awaken the Honored Dead can just destroy it. I guess we'll name the treasure thingy. Or they already have this thing on the battlefield, so... Broodheart's Engine. I guess. Although we already have like a Rest in Peace in hand. It's just not very impactful. But maybe it'll make them use their thing. They don't. I should have played Concealed Courtyard there. I wasn't paying attention. I'm just gonna run out this Tishana's. Aklazot's. Attack. The courtyards they go. Valgavoth's Faithful. Attack with our dude. They block. Duress. Yeah, we'll take a Duress. They actually don't have blue mana right now. That's their problem. Another engine. Okay, let's Duress. Let's Harris under my Spyglass. Alright, we'll take Awaken the Honored Dead. And we'll Rest in Peace. Still no blue mana. Okay. Attack. We'll play Aquazot. Which they can kill. We will get it back eventually. Okay, they destroy Aquazots. They tap out to do so. We just draw land, though. Really was hoping to draw something better. It gets exiled because of Rest in Peace. Man. These matches have been brutal. Okay, there's their blue mana. Can we draw something decent? No. We cannot. Even a creature land would have been really good. Duress, okay, yeah. Fangkeeper's familiar. Gets to blow up our Rest in Peace. Great. We just draw more land. Isn't that just the story of tonight? Oh, I should have played my Fabled Passage. Now they know that was my draw for the turn. I'm playing like an idiot too. Kiora. Now they have an Atraxa in their yard, which they can reanimate. Okay, let's get a land out of our deck. Let's find Cease Desist or Rest in Peace number 2. Or a card draw spell that will let us draw those cards. Otherwise we lose. And we lose. Oh, I could have played Fabled Passage. They know about that already. Yep, there's Atraxa. Oh, hey, awesome. negate Liliana, duress. I mean, their hand isn't that good, so if I can draw a sweeper, like right now, it wouldn't be the end of the world. They have negate, though. So actually, they would just counter it. And sure, we'll take a chance to kill something. Tishana's, okay. Sweet. Well, isn't that just the way that it's been going tonight? Oh my goodness. All right, so our final record with the latest version of Banditry Control is like a 0.5 and 0.5 wins and 4 losses. That 0.5 win was the aggro deck that scooped early. So I don't know if that even counts because we definitely were not assured to win that game. So we kind of got crushed. And I feel like we did get a little unlucky. You know, the cards just didn't go our way. They went much better for our opponents, which is something that can happen in Magic the Gathering. However, I think there's 2 things that are clear to me. One of which is, as is the case with every version of this deck that I say, and I keep adding it and removing it for more stuff, I need more card draw. The thing with a deck like this, where you have a lot of answers that are focused on specific roles or cards that are, you know, designed to perform specific functions, if you draw them at the wrong time, then you're going to lose games. Like if you draw your discard spells when you really need a removal spell, you're going to lose that game. If you draw a card draw spell, or like a counter spell when you need a sweeper, you're probably going to lose that game. So I think it's just, I tend to underestimate how much card draw I should put in my control decks. And I think it's a problem that really costs me. I think my deck needs like a curve of card draw spells. And I might have to try that out for the next build of the deck. You know, like some card draw effects all the way up the mana ladder. Like maybe some ops for turn 1 into deduces, into stock ups, into spell gyres, and Marang River Regents on the top end. So that's one thing. I think overall we just need cheaper stuff. Like I don't think the end belongs in the main board. Maybe it doesn't belong in the 75 at all these days, because like you don't see the Dimir deck that much. I ended up boarding it out most games anyway, and it's just very expensive. This probably would be better replaced with some other very cheap form of creature removal, like another cut down or another anoint with affliction or a go for the throat, or perhaps a split up would be a good inclusion, just that I have something at 3 mana that's like a sweeper. So more card draw, cut some of the clunkier, more expensive cards for cheaper stuff. Those things are key. Now, we had all kinds of mana trouble in these matches. We had games where we didn't draw lands. We had games where we drew way too many lands when we needed other stuff. The card draw will help with that aspect of it. The question is, do I feel like I need to go up to 26 lands? I'm not going to do it. I still think 25 is the right number, especially if we add more card draw to the deck, because we don't want to flood out either, like what happened in that very last game where we drew just lands in the last couple of critical turns. We want to avoid that as much as possible. So yeah, I don't know. The deck definitely needs some work. It felt very sort of clunky and like it was always a step behind. Even in matches where we ended up taking a game, it just never really got its footing underneath it. That might be solved by more cheaper stuff, like adding ops to the deck. Like I said, the curve of card draw is going to be my next theory to test out. And also just to not board out the card draw spells either. They're basically like lands is how I should think of them in future iterations. But yeah, the deck seemed clunky, unoptimized to the format, and just really not up to snuff with what my opponents were doing tonight. But I think a good part of that is just bad luck. And then the sideboard, I made some bad decisions too. Like in the match, the life gain matchup, I didn't board in Rest in Pieces or Graveyard Hate of any kind for game number 2. I think with the popularity of the Rakdos Reanimator deck, as well as the other Reanimator decks like the one our last opponent played, maybe 2 Rest in Peace isn't good enough. I do have the 2 Cease and Desist also, so it's not like I'm totally lacking in graveyard interaction. That last game we drew 1 Rest in Peace and none of our other relevant cards. So it's possible Rest in Peace number 3 should be in the sideboard. I don't know about Urza's Silex. I really have this here to hate out the like domain and ramp decks. Maybe it's not necessary. Maybe just the cease desists are enough, and I can swap the Silex for Rest in Peace number 3. I don't know, because those Reanimator decks are out there and they're extremely dangerous. And all it takes is one Atraxa Resolution, and you've pretty much lost the game. And or even a Valgavoth is very hard to deal with once it hits the battlefield. Or the green, the Tyrant that like makes a copy of itself. That's a great reanimation target too. That can't be dealt with by one piece of spot removal or one sweeper, generally speaking. So yeah. So the deck needs a little more card draw. It needs cheaper stuff and a better sideboard just to be a little more tuned to the meta as it currently was. It's funny. I was playing a bunch of matches this weekend and like winning a lot, and then tonight I just get destroyed. Like not even close most of those matches. The deck just was like a step behind. But more card draw, cheaper interaction, a better sideboard should make that go away. And yeah, I think overall the mana base is better. We're still a 3-color deck in Standard, which is tough because, mana is so bad in Standard. But I do think it's improved. Maybe I need to add one more Surveil land just because I'm playing so many Verges. Maybe I need to actually cut like a fast land like this Darkslick Shores, or probably the Seachrome Coast would be a better choice in favor of another Meticulous Archive or Underground Undercity Sewers, just for one more land that can activate our Verges, because we are playing a lot of Verges, which is risky. Anyway, wow. I mean, that was a brutal night. I'm going to post this on YouTube, because this is the series where I work on improving my favorite decks. And part of the improvement process is getting your butt kicked once in a while. And it happens if you play Magic the Gathering. This phenomenon where like there are just days where every card seems to not turn your way and you just lose and lose and lose. And it seems like your deck, you're playing like a pre-con or something, something that's not even in the same league as what your opponents are doing. But in actuality, I think I still believe in Banditry Control. The basic concept is there. The basic plan is a solid plan. We just need to tune it a little finer for the current Standard metagame, and that's what I'm going to do. So you'll be seeing more Banditry Control in my pet deck series. You can rest assured of that. But anyway, I'm going to lick my wounds and play some video games or something to try to assuage my bad feelings about what happened tonight. Anyway, it's just a game. It's all just good fun in the end. But that's going to do it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed watching me play Banditry Control as my pet deck. If you did and you like off-meta, off-kilter, MTG content, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I do stream Magic the Gathering on my Twitch channel every Tuesday and Friday night. There's a link to my Twitch channel in the description as well. And I post Magic the Gathering content twice a week on my YouTube channel. So I hope you have a good night. I'll see you later in the week for the next one. Peace out.